The broadcast is now
Hi,
starting.
and
All
welcome to
attendees are in listen-only mode.
this. And we'll take a look at the charts and the signals from today and from recently. Today was a very profitable, really great day today. Intraday trading. Got some great emails from people who really did very well today. It was a fun day. I wish every day could be like that. But we're all at the mercy of the market. Sometimes they just don't move that much. And first and foremost, market's got to move for anybody to even have a chance to win. So that's the most important thing, and nobody can control that part. Hopefully, we get a little bit of movement. But today was a great day for intraday trading. But software works just as well for the longer term too. Works just as well for stocks or for swing position trading. I do a lot of position trading myself, so just stick with it. Just follow the colors, dots. If everything is blue, we're buyers. If everything is red, we're sellers. And you just want multiple time frames to agree. We've got to have that. That's what gives us such a big advantage and keeps us out of trouble. And no trade zones are so helpful to keep us out of a lot of the choppy markets. When normally anybody, as well as ourselves, anybody would be getting killed in a choppy market. So those no trade zones are fantastic. They're such a help. They really do help. Now, it's not going to keep us out of 100% of the chop, because if that were the case, we'd never have a losing trade. It would be a perfect system. I wish that were true, but it's not realistic. But if we could stay out of 50% of the chop, that cuts down on a lot of losing trades that anybody, everywhere else would be losing on, because the markets sometimes get very erratic and very choppy. So, it's just as important not to lose as much. It's just as important not to lose and knowing when not to trade as it is knowing when to trade. And that's what the no trade zones and the triple confirmation do for us. It gives us a big advantage. So this is Facebook on a daily, weekly chart, more for a swing or a longer term trade. And you can see over here we had a triple confirmation buy signal about 6 weeks ago. And as long as you stay above these blue dots, you're safe. You're good to go. Even over here is okay, because you wanted to go down to lower levels of blue dots, close below that before we'd get into the trade. And it clearly did not. So the software kept us in this trade for 6 weeks, since 275 buy signal, right there, about 274 to be exact, a buy signal. You're at 328 and still in it today. Very, very nice winning trade right there. There's a sweet spot. If you didn't have the software then, you missed the beginning of the trade. There's a place you could have got in, and actually just 3 days ago, 302 was the buy signal, was the sweet spot buy signal. See, the price has to come down, hit the blue dots. Notice how the blue dots stopped the price from going lower. That's called support. And we put those blue dots in there about 7 days before that even happened. That's how valuable, the dots are and the software is. It keeps us in the trade. Below, many people say, it's coming down for $10. It went to $20. I better get out. Well, you can do anything you want with your money, but that's not the right move. The software said, no, don't do that. Stay in the trade. You're safe. If it turns to red, that's a reversal. Then we get out of the trade. But just because the bars go to green, that just means it's a pullback. There's a big difference from a pullback, which are normal, or a reversal. That means, okay, the trend is reversed. Now we have to exit the trade. So that's real important. Remember, green bars do not mean to get out, especially on the longer term charts. I'm just looking at this longer term chart right now. Green bars do not mean to get out. Only time we get out if it goes to lower levels under the price, and it has to close under that. Otherwise, we stay in the trade. And our patience was rewarded, and our discipline to follow AbleTrend was greatly rewarded, because an option trader who just bought into this perfect sweet spot a couple of days ago just hit a home run, just picked up 20 points, make that 23 points in 3 days. That's a lot of money if you got a call option on that one. Good stuff right there. And to change the symbol, just click on, I just typed in HD, and I clicked enter on the keyboard. There's Home Depot. I didn't touch anything. I just simply started typing on the keyboard. You don't even need a mouse. And right here is your triple confirmation buy signal. Again, about 6 weeks ago. There's a perfect buy signal on Home Depot at 280. Look over here. I just love when it hits the dots and stops. Oh, that's just beautiful. And actually, we got a sweet spot today on Home Depot. Beautiful buy signal. I had a bunch of people get it that took the signal and said they're so happy with this AbleTrend signal right here because they got in at 280. You're at 325 today. That's a big time move, and that's 45-point winner, and still in the trade. So see what happens. But wow, getting some just super signals lately. Getting some fantastic feedback from everyone. And this is more for a little bit of a swing trade. It's a 130-minute daily combination. 130-minute daily works really well for a shorter term trade. Maybe a week or two, that type of a trade. And really nice sell signal about a week and a half ago on IBM, buy signal, sorry, triple confirmation. Again, that's what we're looking for. See, red dots, blue dot. Okay, boom, there's the trend change. This is one big giant no trade zone. Look how the software kept us out of this sideways choppy mess. A beautiful job it did here. This is sweet. This is big time money. There's real money on this chart, on all these charts. Okay, and then a week and a half ago, the software suggested getting in long over here around 140. You're at 144. Stay in the trade. You're safe. You're above the blue dots. That's a daily buy signal, and that's a weekly buy signal. Don't get worried. You're good to go. Okay, now I'm going to show you, this is one of the ways that I like to set my chart up, watching the intraday, because a lot of people, some like to trade the mini NASDAQ, which is our favorite, as well as the mini Russell. You can split the screen if you're not sure which one to trade. If one looks real choppy, real sideways one day, jump on over to the other one. Just a suggestion. Many different ways you could set it up. And we had an absolutely perfect sell signal right at the open. But it was the open, and I don't like to trade the first 5 minutes because it can be very unpredictable. And there's a big volume explosion. Same thing with the Russell. The software nailed it perfect. It's nice to see that the software picked up the signal perfectly. But in real time, trading in real time, it's just a little difficult. Some people love to trade the open because the more risk, well, the more reward. But I just like to be a little more conservative at the open because it can be a little wacky. Anybody who did, they hit a home run. You had a 1 minute sell signal, 2 minute sell signal, 3 minute sell signal. That's triple agreement, triple confirmation. Doesn't get better than that. However, on the Russell, because when you watch them both, you say, oh, wow, where do I get in on the NASDAQ? Because you got to get in on a sweet spot. If it doesn't, if you don't get in at the beginning, well, it turns out that the beginning trade was a mega home run. However, on the Russell, you got a textbook perfect sweet spot right there. That is just as good as it gets. Very, very nice. So we would go short at 23.12. Okay, now you want to see at least a couple $100, so 4 points on the Russell before we're going to use the 2 green bar exit or 2 green bar stop. We don't just automatically get out on 2 green bars. We just put the stop in place. There really wasn't, we were in 3 or 4 points in here. It was pretty close. You could have gotten out any one of these, putting a stop loss on top of these green bars. But to keep it simple, you just wait and get out on the blue bar, which is, as I mentioned before, that's a potential reversal. So from here to here, that's 6 points. First trade of the day is $300. Obvious quadruple confirmation, perfect quadruple confirmation sell signal right there. Just absolutely perfect. Just a beautiful thing. Okay. On the Russell at that time, I like to watch multiple charts at the same time. Not that they have to agree because they don't often, but when they do, well, it just puts a little more of the odds in your favor. Gives you a little bit more of a push. And it was pulling back to resistance on the NASDAQ at that time too. So right there is your absolutely perfect triple agreement, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute buy signal, all at the same time. It's just a beautiful thing right there. Just absolutely perfect. You can't get a more obvious, lower risk, more profitable AbleTrend trade right there. It's just a thing of beauty. There's the 2 greens. Stop goes a half a point above for the Russell. and we're stopped out right there at 22.92. Short at 02, another 10-point winner right there. It's another 500 on top of the 300 that we made on the trade before this. So great start on the Russell today. First two AbleTrend trades, you're plus 800 per one contract. Not more than one. Very nice thing there. Look how the software kept us out of this choppy, ugly mess right there. Just a beautiful sweet spot. Beautiful no trade zone. Same thing here. Kind of going, they're both simultaneous, going on at the same time. And then you had a really nice triple confirmation sell signal right there. If you missed it, or for any reason you got out of it, or whatever, you had a perfect sweet spot there. Another chance there, another chance there. These were all valid sweet spots. They were all pulled back to the red dots, stopped, bounced off of it, and went back down. Russell was an absolute killer day today. Perfect. However, there's a perfect trade right there. However, second higher row of red dots stopped out right there. So you say, well, what do I do from now? You get in at the sweet spot. Sweet spot is a pullback back to the dots, in this case red. Very next red bar, we're in. And the stop always goes on the second higher row of small red dots above the price. The same way if we were buying, it would go and the chart was upside down, everything was blue, we would put the stop on the second lower small blue dot under the price. And look at this trade right here. Is this a thing of beauty or what? Oh, how do you like that? There's the two greens, stop outs right there. We're out at 77. We got short at 90, let's call it 89. Another 12-point, $600 winner. We're up 800 going into the trade. Now you pick up another 600 on top of it. 2.5 hours into the market, about halfway through, you're up 1,400 for every contract that you traded. Using AbleTrend today on the mini Russell. And the NASDAQ was just as good because there's your, any one of these, a triple confirmation. Take it. You've got red bar, red dot, red medium arrow, and a red big arrow. I mean, you just can't get any better than that. It's never going to be 1,000% perfect. But that's about as close as you could get. You got to take that. Jump all over that. It's a beauty. Big time winner here. Stop goes 2 points above the top of the green bar. Never hit it. Same thing here. Hit it. So we're out here at 58. We got short at about 05. Nice. Picked up 60 points. It's 1,200 in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Using AbleTrend today. Just a beautiful thing. Sweet spot, got to get back. Well, actually, that's the second sweet spot after the sweet spot up here. But I would have taken that one, and that would have been about a 1 point loss, maybe a break even. Let's call it a 1 point loss. So, at this point, we're up like what, 1,500? No, we gave back 1 point. Losing trade here. Got to be fair about that. We lost about 7 points on that one. Still up a bunch, but that's a trade. Triple confirmation buy signal right there. That's a good one right there. That one worked out nice. There's your two greens. You know what? You're not in profit enough to use the 2 green bar there. Technically you are. Yeah, you know what? That was 10 points, but I'm not even going to count it, even though it was a $200 winner. Let's just call it as a small winner right there, maybe 5 points. Another trade right there, triple confirmation. And this one was just beautiful. Now, we always suggest using the second lower row of blue dots, because then you can catch these big, monster trends like you got right here. However, nothing wrong with getting out on the 2 greens, which would be after you're at least 10 points in profit. There's 2 greens. We put the stop loss 2 points below. Never hit it. 2 more greens there. Stop out right there. So that's another, another 20 points right there. That's another 400. It was just an outstanding day today. It was about a $2,000 day, a little more actually, on either the Russell or the NASDAQ, trading it very disciplined. The AbleTrend rules, well over a $2,000 day. But you're not going to get everything perfect. So if you made, 3/4 of that, you got close to that. Great day either way. Just a beauty. Losing trade there. That's a triple confirmation sell signal. I'll be fair about it. Being at the stop is so far away, these red dots are so far away, almost 20 points away. We're going to put the stop then 2 points above the top of the red bar. We're stopped out there. So lost about 10, 12, about 12 points on that trade. And this is the end of the day. It's 4 o'clock and no trade zones anyhow. So beautiful thing. Just a fantastic day today. And it's not always like that because there's going to be losing days too. I guarantee you that. No trade here. You don't have the 3-minute big arrow. No trade zone here. That's a trade. Small loser. No trade zone. That's a trade, but boy, I hate that big long price bar. I love the short bars, as you know, but that's a trade. And then here was a fantastic trade right here. Long over here, a little after 2 o'clock. I love that 2 o'clock Eastern time signal, which is 11 Pacific. Oh man, the final 2 hours and the first 2 hours, best times of the day to trade by far. And look at this trade right here. I love the last 2 hours. This one just kept on going all day. There's the 2 greens, never got stopped out. It never hit it. So we got long over here on the Russell at 22.84.5. So we'll call it 85. Just kept on going. Software says stay in it, stay in it, stay in it. Blue bar, blue 1 minute, blue 2 minute, blue 3 minute. Finally out here. At 91, we got in over here at 85. It's another 6 points. That's another 300 on top of the 1,500 or so that we were, winning at that point. That's a trade right there. It's a triple confirmation trade. Going to lose like 1 point on that trade there. Triple confirmation sell signal. Another winner. Down, 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 down. There's 2 greens. Stop goes a half a point above for the Russell. Stop out right there. I pick up another 3 points there. It's another $1.50, and that's the end of the day. So as good as it gets today. Only wish every day the market would trend like this. But either way, even on the sideways choppy days, we won't trade that much because we'll just get a whole bunch of no trade zones. Okay, let me go over the scalp chart. Even though the trend chart was, like I say, was, over 2,000 profit for the day, the scalp chart, it's not designed to be that type. It's a lot lower risk, but you'll have lower, smaller winners, but you'll also have a lot smaller losers. So there's, scalp chart works fine too. But it never came back to resistance here, never came back to the dots. So this whole big, $1,000 downtrend here, scalp traders wouldn't be involved in that, but that's okay because they're trading on a much lower risk scale. First trade was a losing trade, lost 3 points, but I always like to make the losers 5 points. Next trade right here is a winner. Easily picked up our 5 points. And a suggestion would be, if you're fast enough, and it's hard to do this, is instead of just automatically taking your profit, you can put your stop loss at 5 points. So this way you're guaranteed $100. And sometimes, like today, it drops down another 30 points. As it turns out, you can pick up 600 instead of 100. It's just a suggestion. Keep it simple. Pick up $100. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now we're going to lose really only 2 points on that trade. And then we come back, we make the 5 points, obviously right there. Hits the red dot, closes under it. 2-3 minutes later, easily get the 5 points. In fact, it went down 30 points. But we just looking for 5, just scalping. And that worked out well. That's like 12 points under the dot, so we're not going to take that. It's got to be within 10 points of the dot or the arrow. It's just too much there. This one closes just right on the dot. We're not going to take it. And that one closes above. Okay, got a winning trade right there. Got a winning trade right there. There's 20 points between resistance and support, the red and blue, so that's okay to take it. So you got a winner there, it's $100, a winner there, $100, and a winner there, $100. So that was good there. It was 3 in a row, which is 300. Up, another winner here. That's 4 in a row, 400. This one closes slightly above the red dot, not going to take it. This one clearly closes below it. That's a winner. 5 in a row. That's $500 in 30 minutes. Each winning trade is $100. 6 in a row right there. That's a winner. Went down. Losing trade right there. So after 6 in a row, that's a valid losing trade. It's only 2 points, but again, I make it 5. I like to exaggerate on the losing trades. And then another loser right here. Winner right here. Very clear, easy winner right there. That's a beauty. Closes right above the blue dot. That's perfect. And that's how we do it, up and away, just that's the same way all day long. So good stuff. really helpful. Just a great day today. I only wish every day could be like this. But there's going to be an occasional losing days. Obviously, many more winning days, but definitely an occasional losing day. Count on it. Jack, can I explain the 2 green bars? Yeah, same thing as I've been saying all these years. When you get 2 green bars, just put your stop for a short, put your stop 2 points above for the NASDAQ, half a point for the Russell. For a long trade, you put it 2 points under the 2 green bars in a row. Let me get back to that chart. 2 greens in a row, we just put the stop 2 points under when you get 2 greens like here. Well, we didn't do it there because you have to be at least 10 points in profit for the Russell, for the NASDAQ. You've got to be at least 3 points in profit for the Russell. Otherwise, you just don't use the 2 greens. You use the second lower row of blue dots under the price for a long, the second higher row of red dots for a short. Sid saying about the second or third 140 time frame. Let me go back. On the Russell or on the NQ, Sid? Which chart? I think I'll take a look at this chart here. 1140 right here. Here we go. These sweet spots are only a couple of minutes apart, so perfectly fine to take multiple sweet spots when they're just a few minutes apart. I always mention, if it's 10 minutes apart, 20 minutes apart, that's fine. But either one of these are all valid triple confirmation trades. Yes, sir. You got to use sometimes just a little bit of trade savvy, which you certainly have. There's such low risk trades. Even if you you can take multiple sweet spots or really any trade as long as it's low risk. If it's a low risk trade, it's worth taking it, especially when you got triple confirmation. Jim, 10 points profit on NQ before you use the 2 green bar exit. Yes, sir. What about the Russell? 3 points. 3 points minimum, 3, 4. You use your judgment, whatever you think, but I would say 3 minimum. How much profit on before you use it? Yeah, 3 points on the Russell. Yes, sir. Jim, you answered my question. Great as always. Thank you, sir. You're welcome, Sid. Well, thanks everyone for being here. I hope I was helpful. Feel free to call or email anytime. Always here, glad to help in every way. Have at it. It's a grind. It means, you got to kind of grind every day. But if you do, and you have the discipline to do so, you will be rewarded. Trust me, I'm here 17 years. You will be rewarded. But, you're going to have to stomach some losing days, obviously, like the rest of the world. Hang in there. Definitely works. Just, be patient. Be disciplined. I think you'll like what you see. Stay safe and have a good one, everyone.